First two games in the Spalletti era are done with in this international break here on the Calcio Guys. It's Adreano and myself, Nicholas. Lots to talk about today. So we'll that's why it's only two of us. There's plenty to talk about between these two games, big games in the Serie A this weekend. Adriano, how's it going?
It's going good, man. I mean, I think maybe obviously with a win today, it was a bit better, but we're just gonna jump right into it. So yeah, feeling good today, but maybe if you spoke to me on Saturday, maybe a different story.
Yeah, exactly. I think we'll start with the positive because if we did this after the game on Saturday, it would be a lot more heated. It would be a lot more emotional, especially if Italy lost or didn't win today. That it wouldn't have been so fun. But 2-1 win, pretty much a Davide Fratesi show. His first big game at the San Siro, and it comes in an Italy shirt, not in an Inter shirt. But I'm sure there was plenty of Inter fans there at the stadium who were happy for that. First goal, nice little play by Zancania to win the ball. I know the defender fell, but he won the ball, pass it, and then he got it in. And then second goal for Fratesi, a bit of a lucky bounce. It hit off one player. I think it hit off the goalie, hit off Raspadori, hit off Fratesi, hit off the other Ukrainian, back to Fratesi. Puts it in, originally ruled offside. So it was a bit of a subdued celebration. I actually didn't see it. I did see I was working, so I actually just saw. I didn't see the goal, but then I see like goal check. I'm like, okay, like what is this? And then I see the referee give the goal. I'm like, okay, I'll take it. I guess he was onside if they looked at it that quickly, but obviously we'll take it for Italy. I don't know if you had the chance to watch a game, Adriano. I know you said you saw the highlights. Do you have any initial thoughts on it?
Yeah, I mean, I caught more of the first half there. Saw the highlights for more of the second half, but I mean, I think most of the highlights were in the first half, so I guess I got the good half today. So, but yeah, like you said, the Fratesi show today. I don't care who it was. I don't care what show it was. Italy needed the 3 points. I don't think we were going to take anything less than that, and they delivered. Was it pretty? No. Is there things to improve on? Absolutely. Should this have been more than what the scoreline showed? Also, yes, in my opinion. I mean, over these two games, Nick. I mean, I think they should have scored at least 3-4 goals in both games, and we scored three in a 2-game span. So obviously, there's something to work on. But again, the Spalletti era, as we all know, is brand new. It's fresh. Anybody thinking that it was going to be an overnight turnaround and overnight success, I think would have been a bit crazy to think that. But hey, we're here. On a positive note, even though I think there should have been more that came out of this game. Not being able to be as clinical as we want to be in front of goal seems to be Italy's reoccurring problem, scoring goals. We got 2 today, but I think it should have been more, like I said. So, yeah, positive. A bit of a shakeup in the lineup from Saturday's game, in our attack and also in our defense, but and the midfield. Actually, I think in all three phases. Actually, sorry, there were some changes. So it's a positive to see some fresh faces. Obviously, the fresh face of Fratesi was a big positive today, and again, if he's the one that deserves to be in that midfield trio, if we stick with this 4-3-3, like we probably will, so be it, man. Get him in. He looked positive today. He looked like an exciting player for this national team. So I say ride with the hot wave that we got going on. So I don't know if you saw maybe more than I did, but I don't know. Fratesi for me was a positive, and I know guys are gonna say Zaniolo. I don't know. He's on there. He's playing. I personally didn't find he had the worst of his games. You know what? On the second goal, it's his shot that created that chance initially. Like you said, Nick, the VAR check happened. I had seen it after. He was onside. Pretty close call, but they got it right for once. So we'll take it. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know if you had any more positives on the players, but I think a guy like Zaniolo had not the best of games, guys. Let's not go crazy, but he didn't play too bad. Raspadori, I think, needs to be more clinical if he's going to be playing in that attacking strike force. He needs to be more clinical because he had a good amount of opportunities and he buried 0 of them. So again, it's not going to be an overnight thing, but we move into the next international break with hopefully this positive, bleeding over into our next set of matches.
What you just said there, I was just about to bring up that point about being more clinical, because I did really like the start. They came out hungry, and for me, that says they knew how important this game was. This, in all intents and purposes, was a must win.
Yeah,
they couldn't not win this game. It would have been deadly. I know Italy has a bit of a cushion because they're automatically qualified for the Euro playoffs because of their Nations League performance. Even if they finish 5th place in this group, they're going to the Euro playoffs. We don't want to get to the Euro playoffs. They want to finish 2nd. We don't want to go through this again. So for them, finishing 2nd is important. They're not going to finish 1st now. It's too late. That's fine. That's okay. You need to finish top 2 to qualify automatically. But they came out hungry. And, they did sustain pressure right through the 2 goals. Italy's first 2 goals came within 30 minutes. Then they didn't score for another hour. And in that time, Ukraine scored and Ukraine had chances. Italy did have chances as well, but they weren't clinical enough. I didn't see any of the forwards really taking over a game. Obviously, I think out of the 3, I still think Raspadori was the best. He did have a lot of possession. He did create the most chances. But when it came to that last shot, that last decision to just shoot, let's say, he was a bit hesitant. Even Yonto, too, when he came on, there was one point where it looked like he had the ball alone at the top of the box. Maybe when when you're watching on TV, it looks different than what the player is seeing there. It looks like he has a clear shot, and he kind of hesitates and wants to pass it off instead. So for me, they have to be more clinical. Obviously, it didn't help that, there still were players missing. Injury, not only Chiesa, but even if you go to the midfield with Tonali. I'm not going to bring up Jorginho and Verratti because for me, they shouldn't be on this team. This is a new era. And that's what I liked about Spalletti too, because it's clear he has moved on from the Mancini era with those veterans that did win the Euros. And that's exactly what we've been saying this whole time. Mancini needed to turn the page on that. He didn't. It cost him his job. And Spalletti did that. Like, out of today's lineup, the players that won the Euros were Bastoni, Di Lorenzo, Locatelli, Barella, and Raspadori out of the starting 11. And none of those are vets. Who's the oldest out of those? Di Lorenzo? I don't even know if he's 30 yet. He's probably 30, 31. I have to look that up. Anyways, he doesn't play like an old guy. Let's put it that way. But they just need to be clinical in their final third because, with all due respect to Ukraine, if you play like this against England, which they're going to have to do in a month from now, you're not finishing with a 2-1 win.
Yeah.
But at the same time, we need to see a full roster. And you know what? Also, like you said, this is Spalletti's first 2 games. He doesn't have a lot of time with these players. Obviously, he knows these players from coaching the Serie A, a couple of guys from Napoli, but it's very limited. So in a month from now, we'll see if there's any improvement or whatever. But even with finishing, how much can you coach that? You need talent. You need talent.
Yeah.
Italy just doesn't have that.
You know what? And I don't know. I you're talking to other people. Just seeing what other people are saying, like about the azzurri. I mean, I personally do think like there is quality there. Like these are some. I'm not gonna say we have a 40 class on our team because I don't think per se we really have that one standout player that's really gonna change the game. Currently, there are guys with talent, but then there are talented pieces on this roster. It's I think just about executing and it's like I said earlier. I mean, these 2 games we should have at least scored 3-4 goals. We came out with 3 in 2 matches. So, and it's not a surprise. The finishing, the goal scoring, problem, or just thing that needs to be worked on the most has been Italy's biggest thing in this last stretch of time. I mean, great for Immobile, scoring, last match, donning the captain's armband. I mean, like it or not, that's what it is for now, at least. I don't know if that's something that will change as time goes on, but for now, that's what it is, and we kind of have to accept it. And again, listen, I don't mind a guy like Immobile on this team as a starter every match. No, I don't think so. I think we do have capable guys up front that, with time, I think can do it. But again, it's on them. I mean, Spalletti, Mancini, these coaches, I mean, they can only do so much for these players. I mean, the tactics can only go so far. If you're not bearing your chances when they arrive, that's on you. That's on the player. Like, you can't, you're good enough to get into the space, into the area, to get these chances, but you have to bury them. Like, players in the past, like a Bobo Vieira, a Pippo Inzaghi, I mean, Luca Toni for that matter, these guys got in the area and got opportunities, took them and scored. I mean, there's a long list of Italian forwards that did that as well, but just the point remains is that, we need to be clinical. This possession and pushing, it's a shame when it goes to waste, because there's more opportunities that go to waste than goals that arrive. So it's something to work on, and I think Spalletti's mind and his way of playing the game, I think, is an attacking way. And I'm excited for that, because it's something that we need to continue on. And I know Mancini kind of started it, and I think Spalletti is somebody that hopefully can take that pressure and that attacking mentality and counterattack to another level. But again, it's on the players to be able to capitalize. Like I said, when we're sticking with this 4-3-3, for me today, I would have liked to see Retegui from the start. Raspadori got the start, and listen, it was what it was. We got our goals from the midfield, so it just goes to show you. I think there is some names up top, like you said, Nick. There's obviously not the full lineup in today's match, and we didn't get all the call-ups that maybe people would have wanted. Scamacca's not there. A guy like Tonali goes down. Chiesa goes down. Pellegrini goes down. So these are players that we need to see integrated with Spalletti at the helm. So I think once it's all said and done, and once we get healthy and everybody on board, I'm excited to judge and to kind of critique when that time comes. But for the matches today, for the match today, and just even in the other match, I mean, I don't know, man. It should have been, the score lines doesn't do these games justice, and it's a shame we had to go to North Macedonia and put a result like that, because it was a positive up until it went down the shitter. And when Ukraine got into that same spot with the free kick in the 81st, 82nd minute, I was getting flashbacks from Saturday. And I'm like, here we go again. This is going to be another free kick goal, and the Calcio world is going to erupt once again. But luckily for us, it wasn't the case, and we got the 3 points, a big 3 points, because now I think, what is it? Everybody's on 7 from 2 to 4, Italy. 2 to 5. What is it?
Italy, Ukraine, and North Macedonia each on 7. England at 13, and then Malta at 0. Italy has the advantage. 4 games played. So realistically, 4 games left for Italy. You get max points. You qualify. Simple as that. Just win your games. Obviously, I don't think they need to win every single game, but to put it simply, just win out, and they'll be fine.
Yeah, none of this stressing. We have to draw. We have to take an L.
No, exactly.
This again, guys. This is Italy. Like, we have to win. Like, we're going out there to win. We're not going there to participate. We're not going there to fucking shake hands and fucking hug and kiss at halftime and after the game. No. We're going there to win. We need to win. Italy, it's enough of Italy not winning. We need to bring winning back. So hopefully Spalletti is the one. And, again, like I said, the players I think are there. It's just a matter of getting it all together. Even a guy like Gnonto, I mean, getting limited minutes, it's okay. I mean, Zaccagni got his time. He got the assist on the goal today, on the first goal for Fratesi. But, even in the back, I mean, some rotation there too. I mean, we saw Scalvini today from minute one, and personally, I don't know. I like Scalvini. I've said it. He's a young player that needs to be integrated in the squad. But again, I still want to see guys like Casale. I want to see guys like Romagnoli integrated into this mix of defending at the center back position. So we'll see if these things happen. It seems to me it's going to be Bastoni, Mancini as your top two. But I personally think Mancini is interchangeable with any of those other guys I named. I don't know about you, Nick.
I like Scalvini back there. He looks really poised for.
Yeah.
He's what? Is he 19? 20 years
19,
old?
20. Yeah, something like that. Yeah.
Hey, he. I'm not going to say he reminds me of Chiellini in terms of playing style, but if you look back at pictures of Chiellini when he was 19, he already looked 38. And in a way, Scalvini's already like that. He doesn't look like he's old, but he's a man. He looks tough. Like I wouldn't want to go up against him.
He plays strong, yeah,
and he plays smart too. I really like him back there, and obviously Bastoni. He's a player that's kind of been in the projects for a while, right?
He's our best center back, I think.
Take over that role. But you mentioned before with the possession, with the stats today, total shots were 22-9 in favor of Italy. Shots on target 5-3. So Italy took 22 shots and 5 hit the target. That's 1 out of 4. That's terrible. That's like even if you look at possession numbers, 64-36 passes, 677-387. Even pass accuracy, 90-85 in favor of Italy. Italy did everything right except hit the net properly. It's like when you go to Costco, get the big ground beef, 3 kilos for $20. You leave it in your fridge too long and it goes bad. Come on,
it's a waste.
It's a waste, exactly. It's like leaving the box of cookies open in the pantry, right, Adriano? If you want to throw it back to our early days at CHLO, they go stale.
Man. And it's a shame because the cookies were on sale.
Yeah, exactly.
And your mom or your dad or Anon, they made sure it was on sale, and that's why you got them that week. And you're going to have the balls to leave them open, stale, after a couple of weeks. Shame on you.
Before we talk about the North Macedonia game, just looking forward in Group C, Italy. As I mentioned, they do have the game in hand because of they played the Nations League semifinals. Next time out, Ukraine, October 14th, Ukraine versus North Macedonia, Italy versus Malta, and then October 17th, England, Italy, Malta, Ukraine. So realistically, that game October 14th for Italy, either you want, if one team wins, that means, and Italy, let's say Italy picks up a win against Malta, let's hope that game's embodied, by the way. Then you go to 10 points, and then one of Ukraine or North Macedonia goes to 10 points. So, you create a bit of separation, or for Italy, they hope that each team drops points and they tie that game. But yeah, and then back out in November, Italy, North Macedonia, and then Ukraine, Italy. So the same stuff as this international break.